Big up to everyone. Lovely family, lovely friends out there. Whatever you're watching Awini Unity platform from, thank you so much. And we do really appreciate your time for always staying here with us at Awini Unity platform. And happy Friday to you, whatever you may be watching us from. Particularly if you are watching us from Ghana, Nigeria, any part of the world, we do really appreciate your time for always staying here with us. This video, we are going to be sharing with you 3 important things right here. And the number 1, we're driving your attention to Ghanaian international, Ghanaian forward Antoine Semenyo. 4 clubs in the English Premier League interested to sign Antoine Semenyo, and we have the latest for you. One of them is Liverpool, the second is Tottenham Hotspur, the third is Newcastle United, and the 4th club is Arsenal. That is one particular club who show much more interest, and they are likely to sign Antoine Semenyo, and they are leading the race as we speak right now. And we are kind of pretty sure that they are the one going to get Antoine Semenyo, and we're going to tell you the reason why we believe that they are the club going to get Antoine Semenyo. The second, we're going to be sharing with you the Women Under-17 World Cup is ongoing in Dominican Republic, and that is African countries there doing African proud. Nigeria is there, Kenya is there. We're going to be sharing with you right there as well. Zambia is there as well. We're going to be sharing with you their performance so far. Also, we're going to be finishing with you Ghana Black Stars, the reason why Black Stars players find difficult to score goals and win games. We will share some interesting things with you. You do not know what Thomas Tuchel did before winning the Champions League with Chelsea gets short period of time. Football is not just about you have talent, you know how to play. We're going to be sharing with you as well what Pep Guardiola did before he won the Champions League with Manchester City, and we're going to share videos with you as well. Espanyol, the club here in Spain, Espanyol. There was some time Espanyol found difficult to win games, and what they did before they finally picked their 2 win. That is what you know that the Black Stars players, they are lack of something. That is why they can't score goals. We'll get into that. So let's start from Antoine Semenyo. Like I said, 4 clubs interested to sign Antoine Semenyo. Let's listen to the report. After that, we'll continue.
Antoine Semenyo now, as Court Offside says that Ange Postecoglou is a big fan of Semenyo and Tottenham could challenge for his signature in 2025. Team Talk also say that Liverpool and Newcastle have reportedly both joined Tottenham in pursuing Bournemouth forward Antoine Semenyo, with the Cherries fearful of losing their star. We're not going to make it 2 in 2 years, are we? Take Solanke 1 year and then Semenyo the next.
Wouldn't rule it out. I really like Semenyo. I wouldn't say I think he's one of the best in the league, but what I really like about him is, first of all, he definitely has a bit of quality in that final third. He's got really good dribbling ability, takes people on, he's very direct. He's a bit two-footed as well. But I think what would probably go a long way to Ange really liking the signing is, if you look at this season, I think there was a stat I saw a few days ago. He is joint top of the league
With Decky, yeah.
with Decky for pressures one, for possession one in the final third, and that's obviously something we really look at, and we know that's a big reason why we were so interested in Solanke, because of that fit and that work ethic that he has. And clearly Semenyo, you don't get that stat unless you're a very hard-working player and that's someone who's willing to put in the hard yards and close people down. But what I like about that stat is a lot of players have good running stats. When you look at their tackling stats and stuff, they make a lot of ground, but they don't actually put the challenges in. But Semenyo clearly is very aggressive in that aspect, and you put him in that side. And also he's a left-footed right winger, so it gives a different dynamic to Brennan, who we know Brennan likes going on the outside, but we have Semenyo who can change things up. It would be a smart signing, but how much it would cost? You're probably looking at, at this rate, the way he's going, maybe like 45 million, something like that. I can't see it being like over 50, would it? You reckon? Maybe.
I can't see it being a similar price to Solanke.
You're looking at 45. I don't know what his contract is.
2029. He's got a long contract.
Okay, he's got a long contract.
I would say that, yeah, Semenyo probably between 45 and 55, maybe 50.
I guess like something similar price we play for Brenner, maybe.
Maybe
a bit more, yeah.
Exactly. So he's a player which predominantly a right winger, plays for Ghana, but he's actually English, where he was born in London. And yeah, I would love to see him through the door. I think Brennan and Semenyo would be really good options for that right wing, them fighting for that spot. And then on the left wing, you'd have Odebear, Sonny, and Mikey Moore potential. Well, Mikey Moore can play both sides. So you've got Sonny and Odebear, you've got Semenyo and Brennan Johnson with Mikey Moore that can play, can cover both sides. So if that's the case, if let's say we go into next season with those winger options, is that good enough to maybe bridge the gap between the Arsenals and the Man Cities? And
there you go. You get that, or you hear that by yourself. The reports, the clubs that are interested to sign Antoine Semenyo. And the reason why Awini Unity platform will believe strongly that Arsenal is likely to sign Antoine Semenyo. Why? Because based on Antoine Semenyo, mom and his dad are fully 100% Arsenal fan. So luckily Arsenal will be a club to sign Antoine Semenyo. Let's listen what Antoine Semenyo have to say about where his family actually support.
And your family are obviously massively important to you. Whereabouts do they sit in this stand somewhere?
I believe it's around here somewhere. I think it's literally in this stand here. So I'm looking forward to seeing them on the weekend. My dad and mum are Arsenal fans, so it's a bit of a tongue twister, but you know, I'm gonna cause problems this weekend. That's what I want to do for them and myself as well.
What about your mum and dad? Do they say, look, come on, son, I want you to score and do well, but remember, we need to win a Premier League title. We're Arsenal fans.
No. They don't say that. They don't say that.
They're happy if Bournemouth win, you score, and Arsenal lose.
At the end of the day, they're supporting me. So, like, they're gonna support Bournemouth as much as they're Arsenal fans. They're gonna support me first. So, I appreciate that. And definitely.
Yes, that is Antoine Semenyo. Speaking last week in Sky Sports about how his dad and his mom, they are fully 100% Arsenal fan, and yeah, I think probably they will be happy to see him finally play for Arsenal, and we are wishing him all the best, because when you look at Antoine Semenyo, he's a very, very hard-working player. If you look at where he sat his career and where he is today, he do not get there by fluke. He get there by hard work and commitment. And yeah, so we'll be happy as a Ghanaian and also proud as a Ghanaian to see him sign for Arsenal. And our prayers is following you, Antoine Semenyo. All the best and good luck, brother. So now we are driving your attention very quick to the second topic today. We are moving to the Women Under 17 World Cup. Okay, Women Under 17 World Cup is ongoing in Dominican Republic, and Nigeria is making us proud. Kenya also qualified for the first time for World Cup. Kenya, whether their national team, their main national team, under 17, under 20, the women senior team, they have never been to World Cup. I think this is the first time Kenya women's side, they actually qualify to the World Cup, and they do not disgrace themselves. Before we get to Kenya, let's check Nigeria. Starting from the tournament, a lot of people was writing Nigeria women under 17 off. Nigeria was in group with alongside Ecuador, the host nation. They was in Group A, the host nation as well, Dominican Republic and New Zealand. And Nigeria end up winning all their 3 games, getting 9 points right there. And also they have the top goal scorer right there. You can see with the 4 goals so far in the tournament. That is a good one. Bear in mind the African teams. When you talk about the women under 17 World Cup, there is no any African team won the tournament. The only team that won bronze medal is Ghana, when Ghana won the bronze medal back in Azerbaijan 2012, and also followed by Nigeria won the bronze medal back 2022. So Nigeria can do surprise and make all of us proud, and I will not be surprised if Nigeria went to finals and also lifting the trophy. If you see the performance they are putting out there so far. Now Nigeria is going to play against US in the quarterfinals, and last 2 years this Nigeria play with US, and they was a team that kicked out US last 2 years. So the question here is asked, is it Nigeria going to repeat that once again, or US will be coming for revenge? As African, as a proud African, you know, we are hoping and praying for Nigeria to repeat that once again against US and go all out to the finals and win the trophy for the first time in African side. So pray for Nigeria under 17 team in the World Cup that are ongoing in Azerbaijan. They are doing very well right there. And also this player right here, we are playing for you, sister, to able to win the Goal King, get more goals and win the Goal King and make all of us proud right there as Africans. And now when you check Kenya, this is their first time under 17. This is their first time ever qualifying for under 17 World Cup. When you look at Kenya, they do not really disgrace themselves like that, because despite that they do not able to qualify from the group, they was in the third. They was in the group alongside Korea, DPR, and also Mexico and England. Okay, so they lost their first game. Okay, they lost their first game, also lost their second game, and their last game they won against Mexico. So they do not able to qualify, but it is a good experience for them. First time in the tournament, and they managed to able to get 3 points. It's a good one for them. I think they're gonna learn much more and prepare for next time. So yeah, that is a good one from Kenya as well. Zambia right there do not really also qualify. So our hope and our prayers now is in Nigeria to make all of us proud. So that is it you need to know about the under 17 women World Cup that are ongoing in Dominican Republic. The host nation do not also qualify, they are out right there. So now let's drive our attention to Ghana Black Stars right here. The reason why Ghana Black Stars team is not winning games, you see, football, it is not about having only a talent and believe that you know how to play. That alone is enough. That alone is not enough. Why normally in life they always say you have to give more than you take, and there's a saying that someone who give never lack. That is why when you notice most even rich people, they like to give more than taking from people. There is a one thing Black Stars players nowadays are lacking. What is that? By doing donation sometimes. When was the last time you see Ghana Black Stars players organize themselves that, well, we have fans that are supporting us. Players like Mohamed Kudus come from Nima. You have fans from Nima all over in Ghana. You have fans from a lot of places. When was the last time you see Thomas Partey? You see a lot of the players. You have fans in Ghana. When was the last time these players organized themselves that they want to buy a ticket for people to even go come stadium to watch them? They don't care. Let me tell you something. Thomas Tuchel did something for his house help that helped him to win the Champions League. Listen to this before we continue.
The life-changing impact Tuchel had on his housekeeper. During Thomas Tuchel's time at PSG, he hired a housekeeper to look after his home in Paris. Then one day, Tuchel's wife Sissy revealed to him that their housekeeper had been working extra hours to cover the cost of her son's surgery, who was suffering from a serious heart condition. As soon as he was told, he didn't think twice about writing her a check to pay in full for the surgery that was required. And if that wasn't an amazing enough deed on its own, when he was leaving PSG, he had a long conversation with her, and she spoke to him about how it's always been her dream to own a home back in the Philippines. So without saying anything about it, Tuchel went away and bought a villa in the Philippines and gifted it to her. 2 acts of great kindness which he didn't have to do, but in doing so he undoubtedly changed.
Yes, that is Thomas Tuchel. When his house help complained about a lot of things and saying that they have been a very long time, he went back to his country, Philippines, when he was in Paris Saint-Germain. He said he's working, the lady was working so hard, working double, just to raise money for her child was in hospital. And when Thomas Tuchel found out, he signed a check with huge amount of money to make his the baby surgery in hospital. That do not end there. When Thomas Tuchel was sacked in Paris Saint-Germain, he wanted to move. He asked the house helper or the house cleaner that what do you really want? And the woman said, well, I have been working so hard to get to raise a small house in Philippines. And that is my dream. Thomas Tuchel ended up getting a new house, buying a new house for the lady in Philippines. And from there, the lady told Thomas Tuchel that you win some trophy that you will never believe it. After he get the Chelsea job, that do not take him more than a season to win the Champions League. He won the Champions League. He ended up to win, I think, the Club World Cup and other trophies as well. So you see, moving to Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola, there was a story for some time ago that Pep Guardiola was cursed by his dad that Pep Guardiola would never win a Champions League again. Why? Because he left Barcelona when his dad wasn't happy, so his dad put a curse on him. So he tried so many times in Bayern Munich, he tried so many times in Manchester City to win the Champions League. A lot of people was even saying that maybe it will be Yaya Toure because he was having issues with Yaya Toure. After he went back to apologize to his dad and also doing a big donation in Barcelona and other places, a children home and so many places. After he did that, in 5 months later, he won the Champions League. Now, that do not end there. Espanyol, a club of Espanyol right here in Spain. Some time ago, Espanyol was finding difficult to win game. And what they have to do is to do donation and also to go out and pick abandoned dogs. Abandoned dogs that they abandoned them. Espanyol team go all over around Catalan, pick all the dogs, almost about so many dogs, making donation and taking care of the dogs. They end up winning their 2 games. Listen this before we continue.
In their match against Mallorca earlier this month. Spain does have a little bit of a problem when it comes to abandoned dogs. It is a common sight on the streets of Spain. It is a bit of an epidemic. But last year, Espanyol's initiative helped to rescue 11 dogs off the streets into new homes, as well as over 2,000 kilograms in donations of food and blankets. And funnily enough, Espanyol midfielder Paul Lozano did a press conference with his 5-month-old rescue dog Mango. It's a ridiculous name for a dog, by the way, mate. To help highlight the cause, he said that mango is one of the best things to ever happen in his life after finding this guy in some rubbish in the streets. And this wholesome campaign is starting to turn into a little bit of a good luck omen, as Espanyol have now won both games back-to-back years in which they've swapped the regular mascots for abandoned dogs.
You hear that by yourself. So Black Stars players, when you look at back of the days, Asamoah all Stephen Appiah, Muntari, Laye Kingston, those players, they used to do a lot of donation. Even Stephen Appiah went on to say there was a time he had to use his own money, had to sacrifice his own money to pay for players before they would play for Ghana national team. They did so many things. They was having talent, but they knew that their talent alone would not take them anywhere. They have to do some donation and so many things. And those days, sometimes you will hear that these players, they buy tickets for fans to come and watch them play. Zambia went on to do a lot of things. The players went on to do a lot of things before they won the African Cup of Nations first time in their history. So Black Stars players sometimes do donation a little bit. That is where Jordan Ayew realized, and he went to do some donation. I think it was in Liberia. Even the end of the day, they do not allow him to start the game. I do not hear a day that these Ghana Black Stars players, the player that normally used to do that was the late Christian Achu. May so rest in peace. But these Black Star players, very difficult. Even some of the fans to take pictures with you guys, it becomes difficult. So this is some of the things. You see, life is not just about in everything you do. If you are someone that you are too stingy, even that is somewhere the Bible says it, that those who give will never lack. That is what life is about. So Black Stars players sometimes do donation a little bit. Go to the children home, do donation. There's a people in prison. How much going to cost you? There's a people in prison. Go help those people a little bit. You will see difference in your Black Stars team. So yeah, that is it. When you look the Europa League yesterday match result you are seeing on your table, and also the Champions League table you are seeing right there on your table as well. When you look at the Champions League, wow, Aston Villa, I'm not really surprised. When you talk about the Aston Villa coach, he know how to play when it comes to the Champions League and Europa League. Personally, when you are talking about Europa League, so far he's top right there. Liverpool second, and other team follow right there. A lot of Ghanaian players was in action. Baba Rahman scoring goal for his team, performing very well right there. Yeah, so that is it we have for you until today, Friday. Thank you so much for always staying here with us at Awini Unity platform. One love.